Hey butterflies, welcome back to Evolving Butterfly Goddess with me, Moe Nicole. Here we are all about evolving out loud in our life, our money, and our purpose through the energy of our ancestors. I want to thank you for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes here on the channel. It is always appreciated. And I made a shout out to all the channel members as well as the members over on my website. And those of you all who have patronized my tea and candle company or purchased any of my books from off of YouTube, thank you for your continued support. I probably should have put this on Do Not Disturb, but we should be good through the course of the video. I moved our roses down here because I've been liking recording down on the floor lately. And so that's just where I'm recording at for now. I may move back to the butterfly. But right now I'm feeling being grounded. It's a heavy grounding energy as we're getting to, the shifting of the seasons pretty soon. And so, yes, that's the vibe that I am currently on. This is a grandmother ancestor message that I was feeling when I woke up, actually. There's been a lot of different energies over the past couple days that I was writing down and documenting, and because I didn't know if like it was something for me or if something for collective energy. But it's been revealed that a lot of it is for collective energy. So my goal is to record 2 videos today with that energy. Maybe more, I don't know, going with the flow. But this energy of what I'm feeling with this grandmother vibe is a lot of you all, you've been in a space where you've been overextending yourself. You've been overextending yourself a lot, whether if it's with family, with lovers, with your children, with your parents. It could be with your friends, your job. You've been overextending yourself, okay? And it's giving that vibe of you're the type that if no one else will do it, then you'll do it. Like, if they're not going to do it, forget it. I'm just going to jump in and do it. Your grandmother energy is giving that same type of energy. They used to do that. Like, they used to be the one that people would call on for certain things. They were the one who a lot of people depended on them when they were here on this earth. And this energy feels like you're kind of like following in their footsteps with that. But this grandmother energy is saying it's time for you to focus on you and your needs. You can sometimes run the habit of putting others before you to the point where you're neglecting your personal needs and what you have going on at this time. And I'm hearing this energy of no longer volunteering as tribute. No longer volunteering as tribute in these situations when other people find themselves in difficult situations. So you jump in to help or you jump in to support. And in a way, it's giving the vibe that you've been connecting to other people's karma when you do that. So say a person's behaviors or something that they did landed them in jail or in a bad situation, right? And so now they're in a tough situation. They need someone to support them. You're typically the one who would jump in and try to help and support, even though they're the ones who made a decision to get them into that place. So now you're connecting yourself to their karma. And your grandmother energy is saying she lived a very selfless life, but being selfless is not always the best thing to do because she neglected a lot of the things that she wanted to do when she was here on this earth. And she doesn't want you to do the same thing to yourself, I'm hearing like love and your heart can get you put into some very interesting situations. And it's time to stop volunteering yourself as tribute. Yep, it's time to stop volunteering yourself as tribute. As the one who was always coming in to save everyone. Even if you are like the oldest or even the youngest, some of you are, those responsibilities have been placed on you. Or you just feel like you're the responsible one. So you're the one who has to help with something. But I'm feeling this energy of who told you that? Who gave you that job and responsibility? And most times it was you. And it was coming from, okay, these are channel messages. We're going to get to the cards in a second, but it's coming from a lot of what you went through in your youth and your childhood. A lot of your trauma made you into this very feeling and empathetic being, to the point where sometimes you be sympathetic when you can be empathetic and not be overgiving or oversharer. But grandmother is definitely saying to address some of those hidden traumas and things that you may have not dealt with that is affecting how you show up today for other people, and why you feel like you got to save everyone in every situation. Even if you have boundaries and you separated yourself, it's like all it takes is one really bad like sob story. I don't have my other lighter down here. All it takes is one bad like sob story for you to get reeled in, and all those boundaries that you have for that person or people is gone out the window, because they were able to get you to the heartstring to get you to move. And this is getting a vibe of you need to have a balance between brain and heart. Sometimes you do have to think things through a little bit more. Yeah, the way my finger is itching. Because some people, they can see those characteristics about you and try to use it to their advantage. And you have to know the difference. You have to know the difference of when you're supposed to interfere and when you're not. But you have nothing will come of this situation. So there's a situation really recently that you may have felt like you had to put extra time in, extra energy into, extra support into, to show up because of these expectations that were placed on you. But nothing is going to come from it. Whether you show up to help or someone else shows up to help, the outcome is still going to be the same. The outcome is going to still be the same, because this person, situation, or group or organization, they got themselves into this hot water. I'm hearing they got themselves into this place. They got themselves into this place. And now they're going through some level of karma, like of what they put out into the world is what's coming back. Some of you all may be trying to save and show up for someone who put themselves in a messed up situation. And this is not your battle to fight. You have your dreams, need a practical plan. And practical is the brain. You know how I said don't always move with the heart? You got to move with the brain too sometimes. You got to be practical. You got to be analytical. You need to have grounded energy. This is full moon in Taurus. Remember I said I want to be more grounded lately within the readings? This is getting the vibe of knowing how to assess when you are meant to intervene in a situation. Knowing how to assess when you're meant to intervene in a situation. You know, we can't just go by those first feelings sometimes, because sometimes those first feelings are simply just our trauma responses. If we haven't healed or worked through them, if we haven't gone through our shadow self. We have the 5 of baskets. Man, okay. So in this card, he's basically crying over broken eggs, even though he has all these other cartons up there that are good. He's depressed and hurting about this one thing that he doesn't have, okay? And this gives me the vibe of make sure you're not in a place of just looking at something that needs your help and your attention at this time because it feels like it's a loss. When you have so many other things that you could be focusing on and that you probably should be focusing on, versus focusing on I want to say spilled milk, because that's the old saying, like not crying over spilled milk. You can't cry over broken eggs. Give more time and energy to the eggs that you do have that are not broken, that are not lost. You get what I'm saying? Because it's still a win. You still have more than what you've lost. And so this energy is giving with this 5 of baskets. When you find yourself in a space of doubt or worry or feeling like something is always so dire and immediate, take an inventory and a stock of everything that's going on around you at this time. And it's giving a vibe of prioritizing what needs to be focused on, you know? So instead of him just sitting here looking at the eggs that are broken, it's 2 eggs broken in half that they're showing right here. But instead of just focusing on the eggs that are broken, just focus on cleaning it up and continuing on your day. Sometimes we do, I don't want to say waste time, but we spend a lot of time Focusing on the things that won't matter 2 days from now, 2 weeks from now, 2 years from now. What is the priority right now? You have the Sun card coming out. And the priority for right now is you getting your personal balance together. You having your life together. You making sure that your home is in order, but that you are feeling good and at peace and in order. You get what I'm saying? Because even in this Sun card, you have a man and a woman, and she's pregnant. They both appear to be at peace and happy, you know, so don't just focus on trying to make a situation work, even in a relationship or in your home life. If it's not working, then it's not working. But it takes balance, and it takes two. And you can't force something that's not there, or wasn't meant to be there, or is unable to provide it. Connect the 5 of Baskets and the Sun card, Spirit. My nose is stuffed. I need to go up there and make some keep it up tea. It's like it ain't starting until I was starting this reading. And I was like, dang, I'm going to have to make a different tea. But I'll do it after this. All right, give me a card to connect the 5 of Baskets and the Sun. I'm just hearing embracing truth. Yeah, we got the 2 of Coins, but it wants to be in the reverse. Embracing truth. He's playing soccer or football with 2 shells. I can only imagine how that feels, kicking a shell with no shoes on. But this also gives me the vibe of, if you have, because 2 of Coins can sometimes be balancing out multiple things. But this gives me also the vibe of, if you have 2 balls coming at you, which one you gonna hit first? You got to choose which one you're going to hit first. I do want to go to the 2 of Coins in the book. This is my new deck. So it means prioritization. So we're just talking about prioritizing, and then adaptability. So a young man juggles 2 cowrie shells on a sports field. The shells here represent roles and responsibility. The man is practicing finding his balance while holding focus in more than one area. Find balance in work, rest, relationships, exercise, and leisure. Work on creating a flow and implementing systems that will allow you to multitask with ease. The 2 of Coins encourages you to handle the unexpected with a sense of calm. Roll with the punches and don't take them personally. Be adaptable to life's challenges. While the man doesn't shy away from hard work, he knows his capacity and stays within it. You will overcome anything that comes your way if you manage your time, energy, and wealth. In the yin, because it was in the yin, carrying a weight that is not yours to carry, feeling financially stretched and biting off more than you can chew. So to align, it's saying turn off your notifications and truly clock out outside of your work hours. Put that do not disturb on. You don't need to always be available. Put that do not disturb on. Everything is going to work out, okay? It's gonna work out. Speaking of the do not disturb, it makes me think about when my grandmother had passed. So the night before she passed, I was the last person she talked to. She was in the bed. We talked for 42 seconds. She was in the bed and she asked me to pray for her. Her voice, I could tell something when her voice was off. And this was the first time my grandma ever asked me to pray for her. When we got off the phone, I prayed. And I prayed that God heal her and be with her. And what was needed in that moment, that she would have it and be provided for. I woke up that morning because I was up really late that night doing school work, because I was working on midterms for my classes in my doctorate program. That was my second semester. And I woke up to many missed calls. My phone was on Do Not Disturb. And I was just thinking to myself of like, even if I did get the first call, it's not like I would have been able to make a change or a difference, you know? And so that sleep and that rest, because I had prayed and I knew that, you know, she was in God's arms, God's hands. And so having that peace that surpasses understanding, you know, and knowing that what's meant to be your task to fulfill, it will be there for you to fulfill, you know. And you can't be Captain Saver for everyone. You gotta allow yourself to have some peace. You gotta allow yourself to have some time to breathe. And so that's the message. I know a lot of you all were asking me about my new deck. It's called Black Tarot. If you check out my Amazon storefront down below and look at my the list for the tarot decks, like click on the Amazon storefront link in the description box. I may put it in the comments too if I remember. And then you'll see different areas, and there'll be my tarot cards, and they'll be the most recent ones that I put on there. This is like one of my favorite gifts that I've been given. I like these cards. I like how they read and the connection to them, and they are an Ancestor deck as well. And so that's another reason why I really wanted them. But that's the message, you know. Grandmother's energy is saying to prioritize, you know. And if you receive this message and you're ready to go about in these next steps prioritizing, I just want you to comment down below, I am prioritizing my energy, Granny. Or whatever you call her. You know, abuela, whoever, okay? I am prioritizing my energy, okay? Granny wants you to live a long life without all that high blood pressure and stress and anxiety and depression, okay? And as always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what you want to do, period. I love you all. And as always, you can't see the blooming one right here, but it's on the side. But as always, continue to bloom.